Let's prepare our sourdough so we can bake it tomorrow. I fed my starter this morning before I went to work. Now it's doubled in size and it's domed at the top. Now it's ready to prepare into a dough. That's what we're gonna do. So I take a food scale. I use a glass bowl. I take 100 grams of starter. Now I'm gonna add 325 mils of warm water. Now I'm just gonna mix this until it becomes like a milky consistency. The recipe that I'm using as well right now, it's from a creator who's here on TikTok. I think her name is Liza Sourdough or Lisa Sourdough. She makes really good sourdough content, family content. I love watching her. So once I got that mixed, I'm gonna take some flour. I want 500 grams of bread flour. And then you also wanna add 10 grams of salt. So now I'm just gonna take my bread whisk and I'm gonna mix all that in. You just wanna mix this until it's like a shaggy dough. It's not gonna look perfect, but you do wanna make sure that you don't have any dry pieces there. So now I'm just gonna cover it with a damp hand towel and I'm gonna set that aside for an hour. In an hour, we're gonna do our first stretch and fold, and then we're gonna do 2 to 3 more every half hour after that. Okay, so it's been an hour. I'm gonna remove this damp towel, and we are gonna do our first stretch and fold. I like to take damp fingers so that the dough doesn't stick to me, and you just stretch it out and fold it over. And you do that 4 times as you're turning the bowl. Kind of like to just scoop it off the bowl before I pull it and tug it. Okay, so now I'm just going to cover this again and we will do another stretch and fold in a half hour. Okay, so we're on to the next stretch and fold. So now we're going to do our last stretch and fold, and once we're done that, we'll wait another half hour and then we can do the shaping. So now we're just going to start the shaping. So when I shape, I try to make like a rectangle shape. Make it as thin as possible without it tearing. You do like a book fold. Roll it up. And then you just do your little push and pull. I'm just going to take my bowl. I'm going to put some rice flour in here just so it doesn't stick to the liner. Just like to take some saran wrap and wrap it, and then I'll put it in the fridge for 24 hours and we will bake this tomorrow night. And if I want to, I can take it out and put it at room temperature and it will proof quicker.